Don't you worry, don't you cry. I can promise it gets better in time. Keep your head up, keep your shine. Hold my hand up, it gets better in time.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new babe, hit the subscribe button because you're gonna want to stay. If you're returning, hey besties, it's so good to see you again. We are back with another meal prep video, and not just a meal prep video, but an affordable grocery haul and meal prep. This week's grocery haul is about $54, so maybe this one will be under $60. I literally had to purchase everything for this meal prep with the exception of two things, which I'll share in a little bit. Are you enjoying this so far? Should I keep doing these, or like, what kind of content do you want to see? Someone mentioned that they wanted some more freezer-friendly items, and I have two freezer-friendly items today, so hopefully that helps. But if there's anything else that you specifically want to get from out of these meal preps, please let me know. You know, we aim to please. I'm here to oblige. Let's get into this super quick grocery haul, and then we'll get right into the food because I know that's why you're here. First up, shredded cheddar cheese. I got the Tillamook because I just feel like theirs is chef's kiss. We got some Mission protein tortillas, more cheese. This is a Sargento aged white cheddar. English muffins. These are the old time 647. They have fewer calories, 15 grams of net carbs, and 90 calories per one English muffin. So I thought that was pretty good macro wise. Some shrimp, turkey bacon, boneless, skinless chicken breast, a cucumber, a red bell pepper, 2 tomatoes, some feta cheese. This is in the garlic herb flavor, some taco seasoning, 1 jalapeno, and finally some cilantro. I'm really surprised that this all came to $54, but that's inflation for you. There's just like no way around it. The 3 items that I did not have to purchase for this meal prep are eggs, a red onion, and lime juice. Everything else I had to purchase today. So if you have to buy everything, it'll probably even out to $60. So I guess this will be a $60 meal prep. All of my recipes and my grocery list will be down below in the description box, per usual, because you know, I'm gonna give y'all the gems. I'm gonna give you what you want. So let's get cooking and I'll talk to you later. So first up on this meal prep, we are getting into a freezer-friendly breakfast sandwich. This is kind of a play on my favorite breakfast sandwich from Starbucks, which is the turkey bacon, cheddar, and egg white sandwich, except for I'm not using egg whites, I'm using whole eggs because that's what we had in this house. So right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and fry up my eggs. You could scramble the eggs, you could fry them however you want. I just season mine with salt and pepper because I'm not a big fan of seasoning eggs like meat, but if that's your thing, go for it. Just season generously, season with love, and prepare your eggs to your liking. I promise y'all, I know how to flip an egg, but when I turned this camera on today, I don't know what happened. Just cue the music. Just so bad. Like every single time I turn on this camera, I swear everything that could go wrong just be going wrong. But flip the eggs, y'all. Just flip them, flip them. I'm also gonna fry up some turkey bacon. I cut them in half because I wasn't sure if I fried a whole piece of turkey bacon if it would still be like foldable enough for my sandwich. So I decided that I'm just gonna cut them in half and then fry them on both sides. And when I put them on the sandwich, I'll just put 2 pieces on and crisscross them, and they'll be the perfect size for my sandwich. For my bread of choice, I'm using these old-time 647 English muffins that have really great macros, and I'm gonna cut them in half. You can use a fork to kind of separate the top from the bottom, but I didn't really have time. I was just like, let's just get it done as long as you separate them. So go ahead and separate your English muffins. You can toast them prior to freezing them. I decided not to do that this time. Now this part is so easy. We're gonna go ahead and top our English muffins with our fried egg, 2 little pieces of turkey bacon, and a half a slice of cheese. I can't commit to a whole slice of cheese. Also, the lactose intolerance in me is like, girl, why are we even putting cheese on this in the first place? But you know, it just tastes so good. Pop the tops of the English muffins back on, and then we are gonna go ahead and individually wrap each sandwich in a little bit of parchment paper. I just find that this holds up the best. You don't have to wrap them at all if you don't want to. Just put them in a gallon-sized freezer bag, or you could wrap them in plastic wrap, but I just feel like this is easy because I can pop the parchment paper in the microwave when I'm ready to heat them up every day, and it's perfect to carry on the go. Next up, I'm getting into my favorite freezer-friendly chicken and bell pepper quesadillas. I'm gonna go ahead and season 2 chicken breasts with my favorite taco seasoning and a little bit of chili powder for extra color and flavoring. You could wear gloves if you don't want to touch raw meat. I understand that some people are weird about it, but I'm just gonna take my rings off and use my hands because my hands are the best tools in the kitchen. So figure out how you want to spread the seasoning, but I'm gonna use my hands. I also wash my hands, so you know, we're clean, we're clean. Then I'm gonna go ahead and sear the chicken in a nonstick skillet with a little bit of olive oil, and I wanna make sure that it's cooked all the way through because if you know, you know. We don't eat what? Exactly, we don't eat pink chicken on this channel. Just, ugh, get it out of your mind. If you're somebody that likes that, I'm praying for your stomach. But we don't do that over here. We cook the meat completely. While the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my red bell peppers. I'm going to wash and kind of thinly slice 1 whole red bell pepper, making sure to remove the seeds and membranes on the inside because you don't really want that. And then I'm gonna set that aside until I'm ready to cook them in the pan. Once my chicken is done cooking, I'm just going to use the same pan, add a little bit more olive oil, and then add my red bell peppers, the rest of the taco seasoning, and about a cup of water. I started off with like half a cup, but then I said, you know what, we need a little bit more. The seasoning cooks down and kind of gets thick, so I added a full cup of water. And then once my veggies were soft enough, I'm gonna re-add the chicken back in there so they can cook together for a little bit more time just to get a little bit more tender, making sure to add my pan drippings and additional juices from the chicken when it cooled. And I'm gonna allow it to simmer until I'm ready to shred the chicken. As my chicken is still cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare one of my favorite condiments in this house, which is pico de gallo. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up an entire tomato, half of a red onion, a whole jalapeno, and some cilantro. So we're gonna go ahead and just chop these veggies, and y'all could just enjoy the music while I chop up this produce. This was probably the most tedious part of the entire meal prep. all of your vegetables are chopped, go ahead and put them into a container, a bowl, wherever you're gonna store it. And we're gonna season with love. Use the seasonings on the screen. You can use as much or as little as you want to. Just be careful with the salt-based seasonings because, you know, we're not trying to give you high blood pressure or anything on this channel, you know what I'm saying? And then once I have all my seasonings, add some garlic and a little bit of lime juice. Fresh lime juice is always the best, but I just have this little bottle of it and it's just convenient for me. Give it a really good mix and then cover it with a lid and put it in the fridge until you're ready to eat. Now we're going to shred this chicken. Just shred it with 2 forks. It gets the job done. If you guys have additional shredding hacks, please let me know. Then add your shredded chicken back into the pan with the juices and the peppers, and then let it cool down so that we can start filling the quesadillas. Now it's time to fill our quesadillas. I have some parchment paper that I'm going to be wrapping them in, and I'm just taking one of the tortillas at a time, sprinkling a little bit of cheese on half the tortilla, piling it with 2 spoonfuls of the chicken mixture, followed up with another little sprinkle of cheese, and then just wrapping it kind of like it's a burrito. And we're gonna do this process until we've used all of our tortillas and the chicken mixture. Once they're all wrapped, go ahead and pop them in a gallon-sized freezer bag or any type of freezer storage bag that you have and pop them in the freezer. These are good for up to 2 weeks. Well, at least mine have lasted 2 weeks. That's because I just be eating them throughout that time. They could probably last longer, but I would say keep them up to 2 weeks in the freezer. Then when you're ready to have one of them, you just take one from out of the freezer, unwrap the paper, put it on your grill or in your pan, and just cook it like a regular quesadilla. I grill mine low and slow so I don't burn the outside without giving the inside enough time to defrost and get all melty. And look at the inside, it looks so good. I pair mine with the pico de gallo, but you could use salsa or guacamole, whatever you have. But the pico with the quesadilla, that's an elite combination. For my last recipe, I am making a super quick and easy cucumber, tomato, and red onion Greek-inspired salad topped with shrimp. I'm just gonna go ahead and prep my vegetables, chop kind of small, all of my vegetables, keeping them in the same size as the base of my salad. This also takes a little bit more time, but it's nothing that's like too daunting of a task. It just takes a little bit of time. Add all of your veggies to a bowl. I also added a little bit of Kalamata olives. Here is what I will say about this. I'm older and wiser now as opposed to last week when I filmed this. Don't add the cheese into the salad. Add the cheese every day you're gonna eat the salad, but I wouldn't recommend adding the feta. Don't be like me, be better. So omit the feta for right now, pretend I didn't add it, and then season with your favorite seasonings, and then dress with a little bit of olive oil. And then I used white wine vinegar. I prefer red wine vinegar. I thought I had it in the house, but I didn't. It worked just fine. So you could use either one. Both taste great, but red wine vinegar would be my preference. Mix the salad up really well and then pop it in the fridge until you're ready to serve it. For my protein, I decided to use some shrimp to, you know, just give a little bit of variety because I feel like I've been cooking chicken a lot lately. So I'm using some shrimp and I'm seasoning it really, really well. And then I'm basically gonna grill it up or saute it on the griddle. I love this thing. This is honestly a game changer. If you guys don't have one, you should probably get one because it just makes everything so easy. I've been using it for everything. Shrimp do not take a long time at all, so please stay near the griddle or the stove when you are making it because it is very easy to overcook shrimp, and we don't want tough shrimp. We want juicy, tender shrimp. So let them grill up on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes depending on the temperature. I had mine on a temperature setting of 300 degrees, so like maybe like medium heat. And then once they're close to being done cooking, I'm going to dress with a little bit of fresh lemon juice and then let them cool. Now, my favorite portion of every meal prep is assembly. I'm gonna split the salad evenly among 4 meal prep containers, topped with 6 shrimp each, and that is everything that I'm gonna be making for this meal prep. So if you enjoyed this, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also be sure to turn on your post notifications. That way you can be notified every time I drop a new video. And until next time, babes, I'll see you in my next.